Hello everyone, I'm Abraka Arsenos. This story is about Kelly Rowland marrying a man she didn't want. Kelly wanted to be just like Beyoncé. She wanted to find her soulmate and get married. When she began her career with Destiny Child, she had an old friend that kept hanging around. It was her old childhood friend Tim Witherspoon. She didn't like him. He was more like family and could not see herself dating him ever. She thought she was too much for short Tim. They became friends and they would talk, but that's it. She wasn't interested in Tim, he just wasn't her type. She said he was too short and just didn't like the way he looked. Tim was in love. Kelly was living that fast rich life trying to keep up with Bay and just about went bankrupt. She changed her lifestyle, cut back on trying to keep up with Bay and slowed down. She learned how to manage her money and buy only within her means. Once she received some additional royalties, she took another look at old Tim. Tim told himself, don't mess up. You know you have been waiting for years to get out of the friend zone. So, stay calm. Kelly was still hesitant for a while, she just didn't get entangled after the first date, she made him wait a little more. She hadn't dumped the tall dark freaky loser that she was still in love with. She wasn't ready to commit to Tim, she just couldn't see herself with him. She told Tim, look man, you are just too short. Now that's a cold blow to Tim's ego. But Tim is the type of guy that no matter how short he was going to wear her down and stick around until he got the prize he wanted. No amount of criticism was going to run him off. Even though she was hard on him, she was in love with Tim. She was just scared to be committed. Isn't that some sh? Before she gave Tim another chance, she had to go lay up with her freaky loser lover she was still seeing. He was not trying to commit, he was just getting his freak on. She finally got serious with Tim, and they got entangled, and once Tim got a hold of her, she was madly in love. She was so in love they got a joint bank account, both names on their property, and he became co-manager. Tim put his grind down for talking about his height. Tim still had competition. The other manager was her type, tall. Tim was like OSH. I got to get rid of this fool, he's slick. Tim said, look Kelly, we got to get rid of old Devine, he likes you and I have a problem with that. Everybody knows hiring your husband or family can lead to a disaster. Because when the money comes in and the husband knows exactly what you are making, he will become more controlling with your finances, trying to tell you how to spend your money. Also, when the money stops coming, all kinds of problems come up, including divorce. They finally got married in 2014, on an island, and invited all their loved ones and everything was perfect. Fast forward to 2019, the flame was out. She was ready for a divorce. The relationship had become long distant. Every little thing you can think of when you're tired of someone was the problem. They couldn't stand the sight of one another. Fast forward to 2020, Kelly decided mixing business with pleasure was a bad idea and she fired her husband. Now I don't care what nobody says, when you fire your husband or wife. About to hit the fan. I know he tried to play it off like it was no big deal, but his face and actions from that point on had changed. You can cut the air with a butter knife. She produced a movie with Tyler Perry. Kelly and her co-star, Travante Rhodes, had intimate scenes in the movie named Mea Culpa that was way too much for a married couple. I believe this was the last nail in the coffin. This relationship was over. Tim tried to play it off like he was okay, but just like any man in love, he was heartbroken. After that scene, Kelly and Travante met up and got entangled, and this time it was for real. Travante had stolen Kelly right from under him while he was watching the movie. Man, that has got to hurt. I know his friends were like, man, why would you let your wife screw another man? She knew from the beginning that she didn't like short men, but she gave him a chance, and kids. But somewhere down the line, he just didn't have what she was looking for. Thanks for listening. I'm Abraka Arsenos with International Entertainment Promotions.